Good evening, TNT. Good night, good morning, depending on when you will be watching me from. Redman back with you here again. As always, favorite coffee. I have my cigar here, and yes, it's a cigar. Here you're going to lock up for real time here for that. And I too pretty to go to jail. So, anyway, family. Usual viewers, usual subscribers, welcome back, family. New viewers, new subscribers, welcome, family, welcome. Start off the right way. Give the Lord Father thanks for a beautiful and blessed day. Good, bad, or indifferent, it don't matter. Still a blessed day. Why? Because He gave it and He had to give it. So take a second out your day and give the Lord Father thanks. Show some gratitude. Well, as you see, family, Redman dressed up today. Well, had to go to the school. Today's report card day. And they have the festivities and things. Let me tell you something about the school here. And I want to take a second to talk to the fathers out there. Parents out there, pay attention. When they have a school meeting here, and you go to a school meeting, if you feel you're out of there in an hour, you have a next thing coming. Them keep we there from 8 o'clock in the morning till after 12, please God. The principal of the school, way boy, I could talk, eh? Way boy, that man real talk. Then we had to go to my daughter's classroom and talk to the teacher. And she talked for almost 2 hours about a presentation I could have done in 10 minutes. But happy with the report card. Very happy with the report card. Nothing to complain about. And while he was there, we had some traditional dance and thing. So I decided to film a little bit of that for you. Unfortunately, I get it as they start. So I didn't get the beginning of it. But I film a little bit for you. And I'm going to put that on right now. So all you could see it have some similarities between Trinbago and this country. So I put that on for you now. Then we go come back and we go talk. Because we have to discuss this BP oil deal. I tell all you Trinbago was getting nothing. Now you're going to get the numbers and why I say is nothing. So enjoy a little bit of this. And then we go come back and we go talk, family.
Para poder robarte una sonrisa.
As you see, not too different. We have similar back home. Well, giving all you a bit of the culture here. And when they come to school here, they don't play games in the school here now. If you show up, if your children show up, they sending police and thing now. The children in the school, they have demerit points. If the child do not greet the teachers and other students and stuff respectfully, say good morning, good afternoon. They don't say please, they don't say thank you. They start to deduct points. 15 points. And you're not graduated and possibly get kicked out of school. They're playing games here at all. If they find out the child working, helping their mother and father run their business and thing, they call in police. You're supposed to be in school. They're playing games here. And they show a presentation, which I want to talk about a little bit. We're going to talk about Shell and BP and thing, eh? We're talking about that. But this is a message particular to father figures. You don't necessarily have to be the father, but if you see male role model in the house or for this child, pay attention. All that we know what it's like to go to work and thing, and you stress out and you deal with, you have a boss who's an imp and you come home and you're vexed and thing. All that we know how that feels. Especially if you're a teenage children, them go test your last bit of patience, them really raise your blood pressure. All you know that already. And for a lot of Caribbean people, they're quick to get vexed. And they're quick to say, cut their ass. And they're quick to do it. But the most important thing them children need is guidance, discipline, and love up. That is the most important, is love up. You could give them everything in the world. If them had that, they go spend their entire life searching for it in the wrong place. In the wrong place. If they don't have discipline, they go find it in a place where they don't want to be. And that falls back on the parents. So take your time. Listen to your children. Spend time with your children. Love them up. Discipline them. Make sure they learn, because their failures in life will be because of you. And don't be quick to cut your children ass. Don't be quick to lash them and thing. Most of the time it's not necessary. Now it have its place, but it's not necessary half the time. Most of the time it's unnecessary. And for these young men out there, you feel that is not my thing to worry about. She had a child, me had to worry about that. There will come a time where I promise you, you will regret your decision. I promise you that. Because none of we growing younger. And when you get old enough and you're by yourself, you will trade every day you have left in your life to have gone back and been there for your children. I promise you that. It ain't easy being a parent. It's hard work. You're going through all kind of thing. You stress out about money. You stress out about this. You stress about that. And the children start to ball. They yelling. They quarreling. They fighting. They fighting and thing. Raising your blood pressure. But I promise you, there's no more fulfilling job than being a parent. Despite all this stress, we have stress. We have everything going on. Your children not supposed to know about that. That is we business. That is none of them business. And don't go talk bad about your husband or your wife or your girl or your man with your children. Don't do that. You are setting them up for failure, because they will automatically think every man or every woman they meet will be exactly like that. They will fail in relationships 100% of the time. If you don't enforce an education or enforce the importance of an education, they will fail in life. And they will end up exactly where you don't want them to be. We as adults, we have a problem and thing with each other. That is we business, not them own. Don't quarrel and cuss up each other and fight up and thing in front of your children. You're teaching them that is normal behavior. So don't get vexed if you have a daughter and she marry a man that start to beat she. Don't get vexed because she see you doing the same thing. And as a woman, don't get vexed if you have a son and all you do is grow up bad talking man and bad talking this one and bad talking that one. And he get a girl and get she pregnant and leave she. Don't get vexed. Don't get vexed if he start to mistreat she. Don't get vexed. You set him up for that. Do not put your demons onto your children. Raise your children. Be there for your children. You have a hard day, you come home, you leave it at the door. And you walk inside the house and you love up your family. That is your job as a man. Provide and care for your family. Just a piece of advice. Anyway, family, let me get on it. Let me talk about this BP deal. Now everybody talking now about this Venezuela BP deal. BP, Venezuela, we getting money. Let me break that down for you. Let me break it down. Busted. Let me break this down. Now, what they're saying is they have a deal with BP for 1 trillion barrels of oil, a trillion barrels of oil, LNG. They go tell all you, this is what coming next. If they might tell all you already, this is what coming. It is going to secure jobs at Atlantic LNG. It is going to secure jobs at the Pointe-à-Pierre refinery. It's going to secure jobs, and it's going to build the economy. That is where the lie coming. That is the lie. Allow me to tell you exactly what Trinidad and Tobago is getting out of this deal. A few jobs. That is it. Not enough to make a dent in the economy. Not enough to help with any revitalization. Not enough to help dig the country out of the debt that has currently occurred. and continues to grow. Because Kamla and the UNC have spending $41 billion this year, and that is set to increase next year. Let me tell you how this is working out financially. 50% of the oil revenue is going straight to BP. 50% minimum. Between 40 to 45% is going directly to Venezuela, which leaves 5%. Out of that 5%, 1 to 3% will be tax revenue or some form of revenue that will go towards the Trinidad and Tobago economy. 1 to 3%. You want numbers? Let me give you numbers. And this is US dollar. Okay? BP will make an estimated 400 to 500 million US dollars per year. Venezuela is looking at roughly $400 million per year in revenue. Trinidad and Tobago will see $80 million. 80. What does that mean in terms of the debt? Well, family, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked that question. Let me tell you. Trinidad this year will spend an estimated $8 billion US this year alone. We talk US dollars. 8 billion. What will an $80 million revenue stream do in terms of that debt? Nothing. Nothing. Let me bump it up to $1 billion. $1 billion US. Which you will never see. But let me bump it to $1 billion. They are still in debt. $7 billion per year. Mandatory spending, which in terms of taxes, in terms of revenue, in terms of repayment, is nothing. That is not even the bare minimum. Not even. They secure a $500 million US loan. $500 million they're talking about picking up from America to build this revitalization project. That alone will be over $30 million US a year in payments. 30 million. Now factor 80 million in revenue. That left with $50 million going towards the debt. With a debt that's over $8 billion US a year. Well, you see the problem? You see the problem? It's nothing. It's nothing. The mama guy in all here. They promising the world and delivering nothing. It's all sweet talk. But when you taste it, it's sour. That is the fact. All this will do is sustain jobs that already exist. It is not enough money to better the infrastructure, increase the size of the LNG, account for more product coming through, increase production, increase jobs. That is not happening. It's not enough money. Because whatever revenue they do receive, it gone before they get a chance to see it. Which means they will still have to increase taxes, incur more debt, and the budget that they plan will not adjust, because you will still spend more money and things will get more expensive and it will still get more scarce to attain certain goods, considering also this problem they have with China now. Them feeding all your story. It's a long story. And it had no storyline. That is the truth. Just like I say, nothing. Again, nothing. It's not enough to make a dent in anything. They may pay nothing with that. Nothing. So your taxes go to continue to go up. They may build no country. They may build nothing with that. Nothing again, Bill. Nothing. They will promise the world and deliver nothing. Just as they always have. PNM and UNC, different sides of the same coin. Both of them promise the world and you get nothing. They promise you a buffet, and yet you're eating scraps from the table. That is the fact. And that is what is going to continue to happen. Because Trinbago will never profit. Well, profit in any real sense. You're getting scraps. Scraps. While them profit. And ultimately America. And everywhere else. While they use we. Like we is the girl around the corner. And then go back home to their wife. That's the best way to phrase it. Kamla turned Trinbago into the other woman. But anybody who ever hear that song and dance, no. He ain't leaving his wife, you know. Not for you. So, sorry about that. As I say, family, remember, it's an illusion. It's an illusion to create a delusion to divide. Because they are aware and they damn well know. Together we aspire. Together we achieve. But divided we will fall. And in order to divide all you, they have to distract you. By any means necessary. Racism. Violence. Crime. Poverty. The promise of wealth and prosperity. And while you have your hopes high and you're happy with scraps, them full in the belly of the buffet. That's the reality. So, as always, family, love each other. Love each other as you love yourself. All of his family. All of you. Love one another. There's no difference. Latin America, Caribbean, all of they had no difference. All of we come from the same place. We are the same people. Love each other. So God bless all you. God guide all you. Lord Father, keep all you safe, grant all your love, strength, and compassion. Be compassionate to one another. A house divided cannot stand. All you know I love, all you bad too bad already, yeah? All you already know that. So, have a blessed evening, a blessed night, or a blessed morning. And as always, take it easy, family. Take it easy, Jed.